If you look at their team, they're big and physical, both lines of scrimmage, offensive line, defensive line, veteran secondary that plays well, good group of receivers. Back's doing a really nice job for them. And in the kicking game, they've got a good punter, good kicker, and the receiver, Grant, number 1, excellent return guy, both punts and kicks. And then he's a big play guy offensively too, so he's certainly a marquee player for them. They've got a lot of guys who can really play well. So it's our first road game, big challenge for our football team, heading out and getting ready for Rutgers, and with that I'll throw it out for questions.
No Desmond King as captains, or any reasoning behind that?
You know, the leadership group votes on them, and you know, last year's one of those years where we just kind of settled in. I don't think we had a change in with the 4 guys for the entire season. So, you know, we'll see. In years past, we've had a lot of multiple ones, so no big story there. And there's a lot of Ohio State influence or resemblance. You know, I mean, logical reasons. You know, Chris did a great job as a defensive coordinator there. So what he did defensively, you know, I think you're seeing a lot of carryover for obvious reasons. And then, you know, Coach Herman, who's down at Houston, there's a connection there. You know, they were together at Ohio State. So, you know, I'm not saying it's a carbon copy of what they're doing offensively, but there's a lot of influence there too. So, and we have 3 games of film, which helps a lot too. At least now we're not projecting, and you're seeing the players you're going to play against running those schemes, so that does help.
With A.J. Blazik, is there a moment of memory that really sticks out to you from this point?
Oh, sure. Yeah, when he first showed up as a recruit, he had an Arizona baseball cap on. I didn't think I was real smart. And I'm pretty sure he had cowboy boots on too, like we would never look at his shoes to figure out that he's really not 6'4", you know, one of those deals. So yeah, you got to give him credit for trying. The hat I can't explain, you know, I continue to tease him about that. AJ's an unbelievable guy. What a spirited player he was. Just, you know, all you talk about attitude, unbelievable attitude. And our goal was to redshirt him. We weren't able to do that the first season. But just a tremendous guy, and he's an outstanding coach, really good football player.
What have you seen from them offensively?
You know, they're improving every week. One big thing, you know, I really took away is the first two their second and third game, they were down by 14 and 21, I think, and they came back and won both those games. So that just shows a lot about them as a team, just coming back from that. You know, and they have playmakers on their team. Number 1, especially Grant, he's a really dynamic player, you know, as a wideout, and then in the return game as well, just when he gets a ball in his hands, he can do, you know, some crazy stuff, reversing the field and all that. So yeah, we're gonna have to be ready to play.
Yeah, I mean, they got some good players on the team. You know, we're gonna have to stop the run first and then go towards the pass. So really, we got to be ready for anything. You know, on their offense side of the ball. So we got to be ready to stop the run and then go from there.
Josie, you guys haven't been in this position for a while, losing a regular season game and having to come back from that, a little bit of adversity. What gives you confidence that this group can do that?
You know, just seeing them work, you know, on and off the field here, you know, coming back from a loss, you know, seeing everybody's attitude, how they want to get better, really striving, you know, to get better every day and try to focus on the next opponent and just, you know, try to put it all towards that.
When you look at the film, were most of the things that happened correctable?
Yeah, I mean, everything was correctable on the field. It's just, you know, whether or not you want to go out there and you want to do it. If you want to watch more film, you know, you want to be more ready for the game. So people just, you know, have to, you know, put more time into it maybe, and, you know, watch more film and be able to understand what the offense is running.
No, I don't think there's going to be any changes at all. I mean, our game plan is I think, perfectly fine. We just got to be ready to play and just be ready to go when the time comes.
What have you seen from Rutgers on film offensively?
We seen. I feel like they're a talented team. They got a couple key players, receivers, and a running back that can run as well. So I mean, they're a dangerous team. You know, a new staff over there. So I mean, they're going to be coming out with trick plays, and then it's first Big Ten game. So I mean, they're going to do whatever they can to win.
You just got to flush it. You know, yeah, sure it hurt. Whatever 24-hour rule, time to grieve. But after that, you got to move on. You can't let anything that happened in the past affect this game. You know, Rutgers is going to come out. They're going to be all gung ho to beat us, as every team on the schedule from here on out. So we're going to have to bring our best Saturday, and that starts this week in preparation.
What do you see from Rutgers defensively?
The defense is good. You know, they got a lot of returning guys in the secondary that play a lot of football, and especially with the guys up front as well. So they got a lot of guys, and we got to figure out what we can do offensively.
Road game? I mean, long trip, road game, things that
Yeah, first road game of the year. We've never been out there, so it's kind of cool to get into a new environment, see what that's like. Obviously, being in clinic for the last 3 weeks, we haven't had a challenge like this, so it'll be unique.
What do you see from Rutgers on offense? What do they do well?
Very capable. They got some pretty good receivers, especially number one. That's probably, their biggest playmaker on offense. They like to get him the ball through, different quick games, handing him the ball off. He has his own wildcat package. So, just multiple different things to try to get him involved with the offense.
Leverage is a big thing against a guy like that, isn't it?
Definitely, all guys, D-line playing their gaps, linebackers, reading their fits, and, the DBs just reacting off of all of them and, limiting big plays.
I know this team, they do a lot of pulling guards and centers, and so does Dakota State. So, we're really focusing on just reading that key. Guy pulls, play your guy, and that's what we didn't do enough of last week. So that's what we're really focusing on.
Rutgers does that a lot like Dakota State.
Yeah, similar, yeah. So.
They got 4 returning starters on the offensive line, a bunch of really explosive skill players, so we're really going to have to leverage them, keep them in, and not let them get out and make plays.
They made a big comeback last week. Is that something that jumps out at you, their resiliency too?
Yeah, Coach Ferentz made the point of that, that they won't stop until the final whistle, so we really got to stay on them.
You've got this big line of people coming to the game Saturday. Does that make you more excited to play or more nervous to play?
More excited. Probably if it's nervous, then I just want to do good. I want, but definitely want a team win. But definitely excited.
How close? I'm sorry. How close do you live to Rutgers?
About 15-minute drive.
Really? And did they ever come call and recruit?
I talked to a few special teams coordinator, but no offer from Rutgers.
Is that kind of?
Yeah. It's going down.
They got a young secondary, but they got a new coaching staff. But they'll be ready to play. They're fairly athletic. But yeah, they'll be ready to play. They're a good team.
What do you expect from Ben's dad?
To be honest, the last time we played him, Ben's dad was at Northern Illinois. So we've been watching some of that tape, but they have a pretty good defense. So we'll come prepared.